Freddie Finds a Way. Freddie sat at the window and looked out at the dripping rain. He sighed. He wished he could go outside and play, but he couldn't because of the rain. Rain, rain, rain. That's all it had done for weeks and weeks now. It did stop occasionally, but now, after all that waiting for the rain to stop, he still had to play on his own. It was very frustrating and very lonely for him, and all because of the coronavirus. The coronavirus had started in China and galloped its way around the world at breakneck speed, across Asia and the Middle East and into Europe. Now, here it was in Ireland, and everyone in the country was in lockdown. He had had to look that word up. It meant that every place, everywhere was closed down and everyone had to stay at home. At the start, his eyes had opened wide with surprise and delight. This sounded like great fun. He didn't have to go to school. Yay! His mum and dad couldn't go to work. Yay! They would have to stay at home and be with him all day. Yippee! Yes, it had sounded like great fun. Then, his school had sent home loads of homework. That sort of defeated the idea of being at home all the time. But after nearly 2 weeks of everybody in the same space at the same time and not going outside further than the end of the garden or meeting up with friends, not going to visit his cousins or his granny and granddad, the whole situation began to get very, very frustrating. He was bored. Freddie let out another long sigh. And as the days went by, Freddie began to feel more and more lonely and sad and worried and afraid and anxious. He bit his lip. Freddie was confused and worried, and he didn't know how to express his feelings to his family. He didn't like talking about how he felt. He wished it was all over, but his mum said they could be locked down for weeks. Slipping upstairs, Freddie picked up his favourite toy. He loved Toby Tortoise. Toby was soft and green and cuddly, and he had extra long arms for hugging and tapping. Freddie wondered if he should tap with Toby now. He knew Toby would help. So, sitting on his bed, he decided to try. Lifting his 2 front fingers, he tapped the top of his head very gently and repeated it about 10 times. He did what he had been told to say.
Even though I feel worried today, I accept that and know that I'm okay.
Then he moved his finger to his forehead and started again, about 10 taps.
Even though I'm anxious about how we have to live right now, I accept that and know that I'm okay.
Then his inner eyebrow.
Even though I feel lonely and miss my friends, I accept that and know that I'm safe and okay.
Then his outer eyebrow.
Even though my feelings are all mixed up, I accept that and know that I'm loved and okay.
Under his eye.
Even though I've been feeling sad, I accept that and know that this won't last forever.
Under his nose.
Even though my feelings confuse me, I accept that and know that I will be okay.
In the groove of his chin.
Even though these feelings are in my head a lot, I accept that and I can think happy thoughts too.
On his collarbone, 10 taps each time.
Even though life is different right now, I accept that and know it's going to be okay.
Freddie felt his feelings begin to change. Even acknowledging how he felt had helped him to feel better. He tapped on his thumbnail.
Even though I'm stuck inside, I can do fun things.
On his first fingernail.
Even though I'm stuck inside, I can be creative.
On his middle fingernail.
Even though I'm stuck inside, I can be adventurous.
On his 4th fingernail.
Even though I'm stuck inside, I can be helpful.
On his little fingernail.
Even though I'm inside, I am full of love.
On the sword of his hand.
Even though I'm inside, I can find peace and calm inside me.
Freddie smiled. That had helped him. He felt much better, so he decided to do it again and changed the words to even happier ones. He began to tap once more. On the top of his head, 10 taps.
I'm happy.
Onto his forehead.
I'm strong.
His inner eyebrow.
I'm brave.
His outer eyebrow.
I'm relaxed.
Under his eye.
I'm calm.
Under his nose.
I'm peaceful.
The groove of his chin.
I'm content.
His collarbone.
I'm quiet.
His thumb.
I'm still.
Second finger.
I'm smiling.
Middle finger.
I'm great.
Fourth finger.
I'm full of love.
Little finger.
I'm special.
Sword of hand.
I'm a perfect me.
Freddie smiled to himself and hugged Toby tightly. He knew that Toby would always help him tap through his feelings. He felt much better. Freddie skipped down the stairs.
Mom, can I help you make a cake? And then can I paint a picture?
Mum smiled. She was happy to see Freddie happy. And that was all that mattered to her. Freddie Finds a Way by Sarah Gilbert. Voice artists Sarah Gilbert and Thomas Gilbert. Illustrations Mary Coman Gilbert. Sound engineer Peter Dunn.